Join your MetroParks and University of Dayton as we release these butterflies.
Dr. Chelsea Prather. I'm an associate professor at the University of Dayton. My lab studies insect ecology. So I have a student that's involved in this project this summer. He's receiving money through the University of Dayton, a Dean Summer Fellowship, to work on this project. So it's just a summer-long thing for him. Yeah, so my past research has centered around we can restore habitats, but do the organisms that live in those habitats come back? And what we've seen is there are some species that don't come back on their own and some species that need a nudge. So I was talking about this research at the eco talks that are put on by the MetroParks, and Grace approached me about this project that was very much in line with my research. So our role is a supervisory role to help the MetroParks develop their plan and also start some long-term monitoring at the butterflies at sites where we currently know they exist and sites where we will reintroduce them so we can see if the reintroduction is working or not. And to just get some more basic natural history because this species isn't well studied. How big are they at different developmental stages, things like that.
Ago, Five Rivers MetroParks staff, University of Dayton staff from Dr. Chelsea Prather's lab, and the Division of Wildlife, and a volunteer with the Ohio Lepidoptera Society came out to a location in Greene County. We came out to a wetland where we know the Baltimore Checkerspots occur, and so we spread out. We all had butterfly nets, and we spread it throughout the site, and we netted every butterfly that we saw on the wing. So we netted those butterflies very carefully using an established protocol, and then we placed them into a soft-sided enclosure. Once we felt we had a good sample size, which was about 50 butterflies, we took some of those butterflies back to Cox Arboretum, and we separated them out. So we took some of the females that we knew to be gravid, which is just a fancy word for pregnant in an insect world. So we could tell the difference between a male and a female based on their size as well. So we took the gravid females to Cox Arboretum. We placed them with host plants and nectar, and we left them overnight. And what we found the next day was that they had laid eggs. And so they laid several hundred eggs in various egg masses. And so those are what we are going to retain. And so today we're out here releasing those butterflies back into the site so that they can live out the rest of their butterfly life happily at their original home location. But those eggs we are going to keep at various MetroParks locations, and we are going to rear those up into caterpillars, feeding them host plants and giving them everything that they need to complete their life cycle. Before we get to that reintroduction phase, we'll be reintroducing them at Spring Run Conservation Area in Trotwood. So the mission of Five Rivers MetroParks is to protect our region's natural heritage. And that includes all creatures big and small, habitats large and more common, and also those habitats that are very sensitive and unique. And so what the project that we are working on here is to do a reintroduction of a very little known about butterfly called the Baltimore Checkerspot. It only occurs in very sensitive rare habitats known as fens or wetlands. MetroParks does protect wetlands at various sites, including Woodman Fen, and a project that we're currently working on, which is an H2 Ohio restoration project over at Spring Run Conservation Area in Trotwood, where we are restoring a former golf course into 22 acres of wetland habitat. And we already have the wetland mitigation bank there that has been established for over a decade. So the importance of protecting those habitats affects many species of wildlife, but there are some species of wildlife that just need an extra helping hand. So no creature is too big or too small to care about, so we are helping the Baltimore Checkerspot butterfly to establish another location, because right now the best population is only found at one site in Greene County. So we are hoping to expand their population and also showcase the ability of good conservation work and all the species that can be affected by restoring these natural habitats.